Here's just the latest update on the engine rebuild on the JCB 2D. Got new hoses, brackets have been repaired around the engine for supporting the fuel filters. They were fractured. As you can see, the top of the engine block is now cleaned up. All pistons and rings and the two outer liners have been changed. Number 1, number 4 has been changed. It's just taking shape now, just the head to fit, and the air intake assembly. It's quite a tricky little job to do on your own, because when you're putting the bottom end caps up, you've got to bar the engine over in the right position, so because they're offset caps and not inline caps, you've got to get them in the right position, because you've also got the balance shaft and the oil pump and the oil strainer in the way as well, so you've got to get them just right so you can get even pull on both cap nuts. The way I tested the liners now, as you can see, I've just put some water into the engine block up to just below the level of the top of the block there, and just monitored it now just in case there's any other problems within the block for the last, well, it's over 48 hours now. I haven't had much time to work on this machine this week, and there's no drop in level whatsoever, so I think that's cured that little problem. Number 4 liner being the worst, the seals of which were pretty hard. Number 1, when I pushed that one out, was better. It's in a better condition, but I changed the liner due to some damage from the piston breakup. So these Leyland 498 parts are quite cheap anyway, so you might as well push the boat out just a little bit more and just renew things that need renewing. The radiator's okay, as I say. I've got new hose. All these items are off the shelf. Agri-Line's applied most of the parts for me. They're a reasonable price. I've ordered parts for this engine on I think it was a Wednesday afternoon, and they arrived on the following day in the afternoon. So the service from Agri-Line's been exceptional, really. They're pretty quick. So I'm typical today. It's a nice sunny day, but I've got to go out today. It's always the same. I always get someone else doing this, and I wanted to get this head on today, but I got to go out shortly. But that's the update of the machine. Once I get the engine up and running properly, I've topped up the hydraulic tank. I renewed the filler because that was perished. It's very important that this is in good condition, this hose, because if you start the engine up and those Jubilee clips are slack, or that cap's off, you will lose the contents of your hydraulic tank in a very short time. I seem to remember that from my first brush with a JCB, maybe 35 years ago, about 35 years ago I first worked on one. So that you learn from your mistakes. So before starting the engine up and you top your oil up, always make sure that cap is on and these clips are really tight, because you lose your contents of your hydraulic tank rapidly. As I said last time, I reconnected the throttle cable. I've blown all that. It's full of leaves. It's unbelievable the amount of leaves and debris was in there. That down there is the contents of the belly plate. That was difficult to remove because they'd used nylon nuts on the bolts, 4 bolts which hold the belly plate up, but it's so compacted with debris that it couldn't get even the spanner in there. So lucky I got cutting equipment at home, and I just lamped off the bolt heads and drove the bolts through on the inside and dropped the plate. So all the other equipment's been, I got my airline, it's been powered off my Hydra vane to to blow anything off. Very useful tool. So hopefully over the next week, I'm working nights a weekend, so I don't much chance to do this unless my son gives me a hand. Drop the head on, get the head sorted out. I want to get this machine mobile and turned around, jacked up, and remove the back wheels because I got tyres to fit. But it all takes time. So it's a nice new piston in #1 cylinder there, and she should be okay. The injectors have been overhauled. They were hosing badly, which hosing is a term. They're not spraying. They just virtually just like a squirt in one line, not atomizing properly. So I think possibly the damage on #1 cylinder was due to injector problem, pushing too much fuel in. It might also explain why it was quite clean within the sump, so it's probably a fuel dilution because of poor injectors. I also noticed when I took the fuel filter off, it was block solid with gunge, watery diesel. I don't know how this machine run. I really don't. It's unbelievable how this machine run. So it's got a new set of filters, and the rebuild of the engine begins. But as I say, I can't do it today. It's light and it's a lovely sunny day, sunny morning, and I can't do it because I'm out visiting today. So that's the latest. Anyway, the head has been skimmed. I got all new joints, and the rebuild will start shortly. But weather forecast is better into next week, so I'll probably do it then. So till next time.